So Biden finally responds to Tara Reade's allegation. For those of you who do not know, Tara Reade was a former staff assistant in 1993 for Joe Biden. Reade said on a podcast that in 1993, Biden penetrated her with his hand while in the U.S. Capitol complex when she was a staff assistant in his Senate office. The allegation in late March expanded on previous claims that Biden harassed her. I want you guys to take a look at this clip of Biden finally responding to the allegations. So take a look here.
Women have a right to be heard, and the press should rigorously investigate claims they make. I'll always uphold that principle. But in the end, in every case, the truth is what matters. And in this case, the truth is the claims are false.
In 1993, Tara Reade worked in then-Senator Joe Biden's office. She says a supervisor asked her to deliver Biden his gym bag, and he assaulted her in a Capitol Hill hallway.
I remember the coldness of the wall, and I remember his hands underneath my blouse and underneath my skirt, and his fingers penetrating me as he was trying to kiss me.
Reade's allegations have expanded over time. Last year, she told a Northern California newspaper that Biden, quote, used to put his hand on my shoulder and run his finger up my neck. I would just kind of freeze. However, she didn't tell reporters about the alleged assault until this March.
Really, from viewing this whole situation from different outlets, nobody is really acknowledging, at least from the liberal media side, and I hate to use the word liberal, just, from places like The View. Like, they talked about this yesterday, and nobody really talked about Tara Reade's mom going on the Larry King show in 1993 and asking him a question in regards to her daughter being allegedly sexually harassed. And The View did a whole segment on this yesterday. They even brought on a correspondent, I believe, from a different outlet that's on the case. And nobody really acknowledged that whole situation. Now, they did talk about the brother, and her brother's story basically doesn't really equivalent to what Tara Reade is saying about her, being penetrated by Biden. But he was told that she was allegedly harassed. She did tell him back in the day when this happened. And Joe Biden's staff members are saying there's no claims about it. This wasn't reported to us. They have no knowledge about this happening. She never said anything about it. There was no police report either filed in 1993. Now, so from this situation, I really don't want to say if the story is true or the story is false, because I feel that's not my judgment to even express my opinion about, because this is a very sensitive situation. And what I do notice, though, is that her story is deemed inconsistent. Tara Reade had multiple Twitter accounts, and for those Twitter accounts, we've seen tweets of her basically liking Joe Biden's tweet, saying that's her former boss. And really, I even read somewhere on the blogs that her friends or just whoever told the story is basically saying that Tara Reade is known for seeking attention and just seeking validation. And really, from this whole situation, one thing that really makes me believe a person if their story is truly consistent. But at the same time, it's like when you are going through the situation, and I can't really comment about it because, thank God I haven't really experienced this, but when you are going through a stressful time in your life, which I do know about, and let's say something has wrongly happened to you. I'm just speaking from my experience, just speaking just from the psychological standpoint of it. It's like your loudest cry for help is when you're silent. And really, when you are faced with depression, when you're faced with anxiety, it's like you feel like you're speaking, but it's all in your mind and it's not coming out of your mouth. And it's just hard for somebody to verbalize a situation, which is really why a lot of accusers and a lot of people who faced sexual assault really don't come out years later. And it really just, and I'm speaking in general here, but it really just appalls me, and it makes me upset when someone really debates, well, why did they come out so later in life? Why didn't they say anything before? Well, you got to understand that when you are in a situation like this, psychologically, sometimes it's hard for people to verbalize what they feel. They feel scared. They feel like they may lose their job. They feel like, people won't believe them, and which is why a lot of people are silent. So now in this Me Too era that we have, people are coming forward. However, if someone is lying about a story like this and is using the Me Too movement just to seek attention or just to defame someone's character, I do feel like they need to be imprisoned. And by this happening 27 years ago, it's really hard to seek evidence about. There was no social media back then. Technology was very different 27 years ago compared to what it is today. And there's really nothing on file, supposedly, at least that we know of now, of Tara Reade's allegations. But let me know what you think in the comments below. I mean, I know this is a sensitive topic to talk about, and my heart goes out to every survivor out there that's faced this situation. And I'm happy now that times are changing where women do feel a little bit more comfortable with coming forward about their stories, especially on a national scale, an international scale, if you will. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Please do subscribe and click that bell button so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Deuces! Yeah!